Good morning, YouTube. It's been a long time since I've come with a video. Today is a very special day. Today marks my 6-year surgiversary of having the biliopancreatic diversion with duodenal switch. Can't believe it's been 6 years. That was a life-changing day. Not just because of my surgery, my new walk in the journey of weight loss surgery, but because I almost died as a result of my surgery. So, I started this journey back 6 years ago today. It was June 17th, 2016. Well, that was the day of the actual surgery. Of course, we have to do all the pre-op and all that stuff, and but my starting weight was 335. Mind you, I had lost some weight prior to going to the surgeon because I was trying my best, and I was really hoping that he would say I didn't need surgery. Denial is something very serious, and so I was hoping that would be the case, but of course I got an immediate, I qualify. My BMI was 55, just to give you an idea. And so I wanted it. I wanted the surgery. Of course, I was scared of the surgery, and scared of just going through everything. Scared of failing. Scared of what people would say. Unfortunately, we all, and especially me, spend so much time worrying about what other people think, whether it's bad or good. We just worry about it too much. In my case, I always worried that people were thinking the worst. When you're big, that's normal. People are looking at you. People are always judging, and that's just the life. And so I felt that I didn't want to go through with this surgery. My family did not approve. My wife, thank God, was always on board because she knew this was a health thing, and she was always on board, and she was always, and is still to this day, the most supportive person that I have on my team. But my extended family, my parents, my siblings, were not always 100%. My parents were against it 100% off the bat. And yeah, it was more of a worry thing for them, but still, they were against it. It's funny because they've seen me all my life big, and the struggles that I faced. I came from a 6-mile walk, so I'm just sweaty, excuse me. But yeah, they see me struggle all my life with my weight. And when I told them I was getting surgery, they were saying it was unnecessary. All I had to do was work out. Mind you, at 335 pounds, I would strap on rollerblades and go rollerblading. I would get on a bike. Granted, I would be in pain for days because my knees was just, so bad. But, I have kids, and so, I try to mask my pain so I can do stuff for them, and with them. And so, I was afraid that I would get the surgery and I would fail. And then I would have the repercussions of, you put yourself through the surgery and then look at you, you still failed. Like, you're still fat. You're not, like, what was the purpose of it? You almost died for what? And look at you, you gain weight. So I was, it's a lot of things that I had under pressure. That made me feel like I was under pressure. And so I didn't know how to, I didn't know how to just say the heck with what everybody thinks and do what you want. And so finally I did. When I got approved for the surgery, I had mentioned it to my family, and of course, the worries and all this and that, and and finally I had to just put my foot down and say, you know what, this is my body, okay? This is my decision, okay? With the support of my wife, who is all I need at this point. I don't, if you like it, great. If you don't, that's your problem, not mine. I mean, and that was the attitude I had to take. For the first year after surgery, it was the same thing, because people can be something else. When you start losing weight, you start losing weight pretty fast, and you start changing, and nobody, including yourself, will never be prepared for the changes that come. You only hope, and you only, pray to be prepared. But it truly, weight loss surgery is not an easy thing. It is not a walk in the park. It is not a easy way out. It takes a lot of dedication till the day you take your last breath. It's commitment. It's sacrifice. And so when I started to lose weight, then I dealt with the bashing of, oh my God, you look sick. Oh my God, you're losing too much weight. When are you gonna stop? Please tell me that's enough. Mind you, I was nowhere near my goal weight. My goal weight was 170. Granted, my surgeon, his goal weight was 150, which I reached and actually surpassed at one point. My goal weight was 170. And he said, well, I'll compromise with you. That's fine. If you're at 170 by the time your first year hit, then you should be fine. Well, at my 1 year surgery, surgery, I believe I was like I can't remember if I was 160 or 155, something like that. And so surpassed my goal. But of course, I'm dealing with family and the, oh my God, look at your face. And I remember I would get so upset because we would have get-togethers. And it got to the point where I stopped going to get-togethers because it was the same mess each time. And, they would be like, oh my gosh, look at that. Or, oh, and they would squeeze on my neck because my skin was very loose at the time. And the skin, that gets better, that gets better with time. But when you first start losing weight, of course, that's just what's gonna happen. Your skin is gonna be a little bit looser as your body, loses the weight, and then things start to tighten up as you work out and as your body catches up, if you will. And so it was a tough road initially, but I'm happy. I almost lost my life when I had the surgery. I had major complication that caused me to be in ICU on life support. And there's nothing worse. And of course, when all this happens, and I'm thinking to myself, well, great, my parents and my family's all against it, and now really this is what's gonna happen? Really? Okay. And so yeah, because I went through all of that, the complications and the almost lost my life. I'm serious. They told my family there's nothing else we can do for him. He either wakes up and starts to recover, or he dies. I was on life support in ICU. Basically what happened, the connection on my intestines portion of my surgery got swole and then kind of blew up, basically, just to put in simple terms. And they didn't catch it. And so, I had a raging infection, and I was on so many hardcore antibiotics. And then on top of that, it happened. So that happened 24 hours after the initial surgery. And of course, they did everything laparoscopic. And then when that happened, they had to open me up like a big potato, and old school, and just take everything out. And then they had to cut more stuff. And, then because, it had been so much trauma, my lungs collapsed, and then they couldn't get me to breathe. And so I was put on life support, and they couldn't wake me up. My lungs were just not responding. They would try and shut the oxygen down from the life support to see if I can breathe on my own, and I would not. My oxygen levels would tank. And so they were giving me stuff, trying to get me to, respond, and I would not. And so, yeah, it was tough. And so when that happened, I knew that there was no turning back. I could not afford to fail. And I just reflect all the time. I reflect, and it's so funny because I remember everything, like every surgiversary, and then in the beginning, I will remember. And then for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because of the pandemic, the last 3 surgiversaries like just kind of came and went. I don't even remember. And then this year, like yesterday, I was at work, and it just, for whatever reason, it just popped in my head. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was working, and it just popped. Oh my God, tomorrow's the 17th. And I just immediately, a rush of memories came to my mind about everything. And just a reflection of how good God is, how thankful I am for my wife, how thankful I am for making the decision of having this surgery done. I still get asked to this day, would you do it again? And absolutely, no question, no doubt, yes, I would do it again. I live a very healthy life. I run. I do a lot of stuff. Rollerblade, bike, swim. I have a 6-pack. I've never had a 6-pack in my life. And now that I'm old, I'm like, now I have that body I've always wanted. And it's like, really? How come I didn't have this in high school? But, and I'm just loving life. I'm enjoying life. More than the appearance, more than anything, it's about being able to enjoy life, to enjoy your kids, your family. My family has gotten a lot better. My mama, bless her heart. She's just once in a while, for example, I wear a small. I used to be a 3 and 4X. In pants, I wear size 32 to 33. I used to be a 55. And mommy, whenever she goes to buy me something, like for an occasion, birthday, Father's Days, any, she'll ask. She'll be like, what's your size again? And I'm like, small. And then the pants, 32, 33. She's like, are you sure? Like, that's too small. I'm like, yes, Mom. I know my size. And she just can't for the life of her. She just can't. She has moments. And, or she'll sometimes pull pictures and say, oh, I miss my fluffy Alex. She called me Fluffy. I miss my fluffy Alex. I just miss my fluffy Alex. And I remind her, most of the time I just shrug it off because it's been 6 years. I'm over it. But once in a while, she'll say something like, oh, look at this picture. You look so happy. And I say to her, that was a fake happy. That was what I know everybody wanted to see, was that smile. But if you only knew what was behind that smile, the pain, the depression, the body dysmorphia, the hatred to my body, I hated myself. I hated myself. There were days where I wanted to die. I really did. And I just hated myself so much. And, you know, I caused my body so much pain. I really did. I'm so much happier now. I am. I'm so much happier. And I don't regret having this surgery. And I'm just glad to be here. I am. And so I'm so happy. And that's all I wanted to tell you guys. I miss you guys. I know it's been a long time. You know, life is busy right now. We're trying to get back full 100%, and it's tough, but I'm still here. I'm happy. I'm doing well. I'm super healthy. I'm at 155 pounds. I'm starting to run again. I broke my toe in the beginning of the year, and so I'm easing into it. But of course, you know, it's funny because you can run forever. You stop for a few weeks and it's almost like you've never ran a day in your life. So, you know, I'm easing into it. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that. Take care. Have a great day. God bless.